Hi everyone, on today's video we're going to focus on a very important grammar, present perfect. Present perfect is very common and important in English. Why? Because it is used almost all the time by English speakers. Let me put it this way, let me tell you in this way. There is no way, you can't speak English fluently and naturally without using present perfect effectively and correctly and repeatedly a lot in your speaking. I'm sure that you know that the right way to learn vocabulary and grammar is to learn it in the context. And of course, the right way to learn it in a way that you can bring it into your speaking. The best way you can learn vocabulary and grammar in a way that you can activate it afterwards, in a way that you can bring it into use, is by learning them in the context within a lot of examples. And that's exactly what we do here. I make sure I bring a lot of examples and I explain the words and the vocabulary and the grammar within those examples for you so that you can visualize and think about it and actually make your own examples and be able to activate it, which is our purpose. Be able to bring it into your speaking, which is our purpose. So don't forget to subscribe if you want consistent structured lessons like this one. So on today's video, specifically, we're going to focus on present perfect. Present perfect is a very important grammar. As I said earlier, it's very often used, and with learning that in a way that you can bring it into use, you can actually get a lot closer to your purpose, which is to be able to speak fluently and naturally in English. So let's just get through the lesson. Probably heard a lot of examples of present perfect, but you weren't able to actually understand and bring it into use yourself. And that is totally fine. We're here to learn how to do it today. Present perfect. Oh my God. Whenever I want to start speaking, I can't get enough of using present perfect. I've done that, I've got that, I've made that, I've liked him, I've been there, I've eaten that. Native speakers, they use present perfect a lot. English speakers, they use present perfect a lot. And if you want to speak English fluently, you have to start using present perfect. In the previous video, I explained the 3 important perfect tenses: present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect. I explained the whole and general idea that you needed in order to get a foundational and general understanding of all the perfect tenses, okay? You needed that in order to start this lesson, okay? So I'm just gonna review that real quick. We use perfect tenses. Generally, we use perfect tenses when we want to talk about something that happens before another time or event. Okay? For present perfect, we said we use present perfect to talk about something that happens before another time or event in the present. Now here we are to get through more details, and important details, of course, and different usages of present perfect, which are so common. The first usage, present perfect, is often used with since and for to talk about situations that started and began in the past and continue up to now. Okay? That is why we use present perfect very often with since and for in order to talk about the situations that began, started in the past, and continue up to now. Okay? Let's get through some examples now. Okay? We said that we use it with since and for to talk about the situations that began, started in the past, and continue up to now. Okay? So, for example, I've studied English for 5 years. Yes, she has studied English for 5 years. She has started in the past, some situations that began in the past, and continue up to now. She has started 5 years ago, and she is studying English right now. Okay? and it has continued up to now. Maybe wants to continue in the future, maybe not. It has just, or maybe it's just gonna stop here, okay? But it's up to now. Okay, it continued up to now. So it started in the past and continued up to now. And when we want to talk about this time, we say, she has studied English for 5 years. Okay? Emily has been a teacher since 2002. Emily has been a teacher since 2002. Well, Emily has been a teacher since 2002. Okay, so for example, we are 2020 right now, and Emily has been a teacher since 2002. Situations that began in the past, 2002, continue up to now. She's still a teacher, probably. Or she might continue being a teacher, or she might not. Okay, the point is that she has started in the past, and it continued up to now. So Emily has been a teacher since 2002. We mentioned since and for, but what are the differences between since and for? When do we use for? When do we use since? We use since when we want to mention this specific point in the past. We bring the exact date, the exact time. Okay, specific. For example, since 2002, since 3 months ago, since last May, since last year, since 4 days ago, specific time. But for focuses on duration. How long? Not exactly when, but how long? For 4 years, for 2 months, for 3 months, for 3 days, for 3 years. How long? Duration. For how long have you been doing that? 4 years, 2 months. We don't mention the exact time. We don't say the exact time. We just say how long. For 2 years, for 2 months, for 3 years. How long? So let's get back through the examples now. We have been here since 9 o'clock. The exact time is mentioned. Okay. Started at 9 o'clock and continued up to now. For example, we have been here since 9 o'clock. We have been here since 9 o'clock. Started in the past, continue up to now. Started at 9 o'clock, since 9 o'clock, right? So started at 9 o'clock and then continued up to now. So Rita knows Rob. They met 2 months ago. She has known him for 2 months. So Rita knows Rob. Rita knows Rob, okay? Someone knows someone else. And 2 months ago they met, and so they know each other, up to now they know each other for 2 months, right? Rita and Rob have known each other for 2 months. Okay, so here it says she has known him for 2 months. Exactly. I have known him for 3 years, but I have known Rob for 3 years. I have known him for 3 years. I met him 3 years ago, back then, 3 years ago. And up to now, I have known him for 3 years. But Rita, so she has known him for 2 months. And I have known him for 3 years. Another example, I have known Rob since I was in high school. I have known Rob since I was in high school. 3 years ago, we were in high school together. So I've known Rob since then, since high school. That was the first usage. We use present perfect to talk about situations that began in the past and continue up to now. We often use present perfect with since and for to talk about situations that began in the past and continue up to now. Since focuses on the exact point in time, exactly when, for example, 2002, 3 months ago, or last summer, last May, and for focuses on the length of time, duration, how long, 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, 3 days. These are the duration, okay? So we talked about all of these. Let's get through the next usage, which is present perfect. Can talk about the things that have or haven't happened before now. What? Exactly. This is the general way we use present perfect. And the exact time doesn't really matter. It's unspecified. Is unspecified is not really that important here. To talk about the exact time, the focus is on actually the thing that has happened, okay? It's just the action that has been done or hasn't. And we consider the time from the beginning of our life until now. We use these adverbs a lot in these situations, like ever, never, already, often, yet, still. Now let's check them through some examples. Have you ever, the question, we usually bring ever in the questions when you want to talk about experience. When you want to ask about the experience, like have you ever had that experience? Have you ever done something? It means like in your lifetime, from the beginning of your life until now, have you done that? So with these explanations, the better question will be, have you ever done that? Have you ever gone there? Have you ever eaten that? Have you ever stayed here? Have you ever tried that? Have you ever said that? From the very beginning of your life until now. Have you ever done that? So we bring the adverb ever in our questions to talk about the life experience that either we have done that or we haven't. And the answer will be like, if we never done that, if not even once in our lifetime, okay, from the beginning up to now. So here we say, I have never done that. Not even once. Or we say, I have done that once. Or we can say, I have done that. Or we can say, I have already done that. Okay, I have already done that means that you have done something sooner than the time that you had to. What? Yeah. For example, you had to eat your dinner at 10 o'clock. So your parents come and they tell you that, have you eaten your dinner? Have you eaten sooner than the actual time? Like you have eaten at 9 o'clock, but usually you eat at 10. And it's 10 o'clock now. Your mom calls you and she says, honey, it's dinner time. Come on. And you say, I have already eaten. Mom, I have already eaten. I have already eaten means that I ate my dinner. I ate my dinner earlier than 10 o'clock, than the time that I was supposed to eat my dinner, than the actual time, than the time that, for example, is mentioned or it's thought to be the right time for that. So, for example, your teacher comes and say, would you do your homework? And you say, I have already done that. I have already done that. It means that I have done it sooner than the time mentioned or sooner than the time thought. And that is why I use already. I've already done that. I've already done that. I've already eaten. I've already recorded. I've already studied. I've already learned. I've already eaten that. I've already studied that. I've already read that. I've already done that. It's just like you've done that sooner than expected, earlier than expected. For example, someone asks, have you ever seen snow? You say, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. It means that from the beginning of your life, from the start point of your life until now, have you ever seen snow? You say that, yes, of course I have. Of course I have seen snow, or no, I haven't. I've only seen them in the movies. Have you finished your homework yet? Yet? What yet means? Yet means that up to now. Up to now. Have you finished your homework up to now? Have you finished? Of course, we don't say up to now here. We say, have you finished your homework yet? That is when we use it. So, have you finished your homework yet? And I don't say, I yet haven't finished it. I don't say that. We say, I still haven't finished my homework. I still haven't finished my homework. Up to now, I haven't finished my homework. I still haven't finished my homework. So we don't say up to now I haven't finished my homework. We say I still haven't finished my homework. I still haven't done that. I still haven't read that. I still haven't gone there. I still haven't seen that. I still haven't watched that. I still haven't watched that. Okay, it's just very common. These are the ways we can use it with these adverbs when it's very common to use it with these adverbs. Last usage, the present perfect can also be used in situations when we want to talk about something that has happened like repeatedly and again from a point in the past up to now. Okay, he has happened up to now. Okay, so from a point in the past up to now, it has happened repeatedly. Okay, again and again and again. And it is likely to happen again. It has happened repeatedly up to now, and it might happen again. Okay, or it might not. For example, we have had 3 tests so far this term. We have had 3 tests so far. We have had 3 tests so far. We have had 3 tests so far. So far means up to now. We have had 3 tests. We have had 5 different exams so far. I've met many people since I came here. It means since I came here, I've met many people repeatedly. Okay, I've met them repeatedly, and I've met many people repeatedly since I came here. Since I came here, I've eaten several times, many times. I've studied philosophy every Monday for 4 years or for 3 years. It means that for 5 years, I've studied philosophy every week repeatedly. Okay? Have and has are usually contracted with their personal pronouns. For example, instead of saying I have done that, I say I've done that. Or instead of saying she or he has done that, we say she's done that. Or he has done that. He's done that. She has done that. She's done that. He has done that. Okay? Or instead of saying they have done that, they have gone there, we say they've gone there. They've done that, okay? It's just they've. In my channel, I try to use any method that leads to your speaking after all, okay? Learning tons of words, or like a list of words, like 20 words, 20 challenging words, and just like start learning them, start memorizing them is not going to help with your speaking, which is your actual purpose, okay? Think about it. You want to have them consistently, and you want to learn them with a method that can actually lead to your speaking. And you haven't just learned them, you have activated them, you have brought them in your speaking, which was your purpose. And you're speaking now a lot more fluent and a lot more natural in English. Each within the context, and explain each of them so that you can visualize, because the more you visualize and the more you picture the words in different contexts and in different situations, and also the grammar in different contexts and in different situations and in their usage, the more you hear them and the more you think and the more you visualize them and reflect on them and you put time on them, the more you're likely to bring them into use, and the more you're likely to learn them in a way that you can bring into your speaking. So don't forget to subscribe if you want structured and consistent lessons like this, and comment down below. Thank you so much. Bye.